Welcome back to the channel. You know, I was recently asked what were some of my favorite 9mm handguns. So I suppose I could try to answer that in today's video. The criteria it takes to be on my favorites list is based on reliability, accuracy, durability, and handling characteristics. The 9mm we'll be looking at today all meet that criteria. That said, let's get right into it. One of my all-time favorite 9mm is this Smith & Wesson Model 659. This particular 9mm is no longer in production, which is actually a shame. In my opinion, it's one of the finest 9mm Smith & Wesson ever produced. The 659 was one of Smith & Wesson's first double-stack semi-autos, chambered in 9mm, and it helped pave the way for the replacement of many aging service revolvers that were once commonly seen on a policeman's hip. You can occasionally find one of these all-stainless 659s on the used handgun market. If you run across one in decent shape, don't hesitate to buy it. It'll be money well spent. The Israeli Icarryone Mark II is another excellent 9mm. The Icarryone Mark II is actually a beefed up and improved version of the Browning High Power, which is another outstanding 9mm in its own right. Unlike most 9mm, this Icarryone Mark II was designed to use the much hotter Uzi submachine gun round, which makes it a +P+ rated handgun. The Mark II version of the Icarryone is a bit harder to find than the standard version, but if you should happen across one, don't hesitate to snag it. The CZ75 is one of the original double-stack Wonder 9s, and one of the most copied handgun designs of the last half-century. There are few pistols made anywhere that'll surpass the CZ75's natural pointability. It's also renowned for its robustness, accuracy, dependability, and soft shooting characteristics, which are all the ingredients necessary for a world-class handgun. Honestly, you can't go wrong by adding a CZ75 to your collection. If you like 9mm, this one's a must-have. In the 1911 platform, I actually have two that I particularly like. This one is the Colt Defender, which is designed from the ground up to be a lightweight, everyday carry model. I carry this little Colt quite often, and it's always ready should I need it. In my opinion, Colt did a great job designing this 1911, and I think the name Defender fits it perfectly. Another favorite chambered in 9mm is my Dan Wesson Valor V-Bob, which also happens to be one of the favorites in my carry rotation. This V-Bob is a finely crafted 1911 capable of match-grade accuracy. I honestly don't recall ever experiencing a single failure to feed, fire, or eject a spent round with this 9mm, which is why it places high on my favorites list. Another 9mm I think is a worthwhile investment is of course a Beretta M9. The U.S. military thought enough of the M9's capability to adopt it as a combat sidearm. This particular M9 compact is from Chiappa. Its shorter barrel and slide make it a dead ringer for the discontinued Beretta Centurion. Unfortunately, when Beretta picked up the contract to supply the military, the Centurion went by the wayside. Since then, the cost of an original Centurion has skyrocketed. Although it doesn't say Beretta on it, this Chiappa M9 compact is somewhat more affordable. I fired a lot of rounds through this 9mm, and I can honestly say that there isn't anything about it that I don't like. While these are not the only 9mm handguns in my collection, these do meet all the criteria required to be on my favorites list. If you'd like more information about one of the 9mm you saw in this video, I've uploaded detailed reviews on each one of them. If you've a mind to, you can check out those reviews. Until next time, practice often, shoot straight, and thanks for stopping by.